children have come down to our studios to compete for a North Zone preliminary of Britannia, India's Child Genius. And now, here's the host for the show, Siddharth Basu.
Hello and welcome to Britannia, India's Child Genius. Here's a quote from William Shakespeare's Measure for Measure. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. As we begin our last cycle of preliminaries in our search for the smartest kid in India, regular watchers of the program would have observed how true that is. How certainty and confidence were the keys to success in our earlier preliminaries. And under these spotlights, we've seen high drama being enacted. The narrow hits and misses, the unsure fingers on the buzzer, the gasps of disbelief and missing out, hesitant replies to firm questions. But we've also seen the dark horses, the courageous who kept on trying and went back winners. It's our last North Zone preliminary. We are here with our last lot of 16 smart qualifiers who are going to slug it out for the top places in this round and indeed in the last few places in the North Zone finals. Let's meet them now. Contestant number 1 from Fatima Senior Secondary School, Gonda.
Hi friends, I am Ravi Kumar Agarwal from Gonda. My ambition is to become an IAS officer because I want to remove the words war and terrorism from the English dictionary. I am the youngest child of India to qualify certificate for computer concepts of the DOEC Society. Thank you.
Contestant number 2 from Delhi Public School, Arkapuram, New Delhi.
Hi, I am Vishesh. Electronic gadgets fascinate me. My ambition is to become a software developer and develop a software which can hack any computer on earth. Thank you.
Contestant number 3 from DTEA Senior Secondary School, New Delhi.
Hello, I am Vignesh and I have passion to play violin. I want to be a zoologist to study about animals and save them from extinction. Thank you.
Contestant number 4 from Alcorn International School, New Delhi.
Hello, my name is Archana Sindhwachai. I am passionate about music and I love to play the piano. When I grow up, I want to serve the UN to maintain peace and international security. Thank you.
Contestant number 5 from Somerville School, Noida.
Hi, I'm Tushar. I'm really crazy about cricket and tennis. I'm curious. I like to explore and ask questions. That's why in the future I want to be a quiz master. Thank you.
Contestant number 6 from Sainik School, Sujanpur.
Hi, I'm Rishabh Saigal. I love challenges and participating in talent searches is more a hobby for me. I have won gold medal in state level karate championship. I am a scholar of USO, NSTSC and Children Welfare Society. I want to be a nuclear scientist and another APJ Abdul Kalam for the nation. Thank you.
Contestant number 7 from Delhi Public School, Rohini, New Delhi.
Hello everybody, I'm Sahana Sitaraman. I'm crazy about going to space and watch all these fantastic celestial bodies. I want to be a cardiologist as I get fascinated by seeing a person's insides and want to save people's lives. Thank you.
Contestant number 8 from Dayavati Modi Academy 1, Meerut.
Hi, I am Arpit Gupta and I have keen interest in mathematics because it's a subject dealing with numbers. I also have topped 3 years consecutively among all the sections in my class. Mr. Narayan Murthy is my idol and I wish to emulate him. Thank you.
Contestant number 9 from Delhi Public School, Arkapuram, New Delhi.
Hi, I'm Prachi Pandey. I'm passionate about science. I have won quite a few national level awards in the subject. I want to be an environmentalist so that I can help save this beautiful earth by not allowing anyone to cut down the trees. Thank you.
Contestant number 10 from St. Joseph School, Sonibhadra.
Hello friends, I am Digant Pandey. I got second rank in General Studies Scholarship for Children. I want to be an astronaut because I want to discover more about space. Thank you.
Contestant number 11 from Amity International School, New Delhi.
Hi, I'm Abhishek Amol. I have been the overall topper in English, Maths and Science. I want to be an architect and want to build one of the highest skyscrapers in the world. I like to play old Hindi songs on the keyboard. Thank you.
Contestant number 12 from Birla Vidyaniketan, New Delhi.
Hi, I am Sahil. I love science and I want to be a cardiologist because obesity is eating up the hearts of Indian people.
Contestant number 13 from City Montessori School, Aliganj, Lucknow.
Hello friends, I am Ritik Yadav. I am already a postgraduate in computers. I want to become an IAS officer because I want to spread literacy in India. Thank you.
Contestant number 14 from Delhi Public School, Arkipuram, New Delhi.
Hello friends, I am Raghav Seth. I have taught my school for 3 years continuously. I am crazy about latest electronic gadgets and I want to be a space scientist because I like astronomy. Thank you.
Contestant number 15 from DAV Centenary Public School, Mandi.
Hello everybody, I am Adi Vedya. I want to be a space scientist because every time when I look up into the sky, I see a big question mark on every star. One of my hobbies is map reading and I can name and locate over 100 countries on the map. Thank you.
Contestant number 16 from Summerfield School, New Delhi.
Hi, I am Akshit Goyal. The sky fascinates me. I want to become an astronomer and want to reach the sun. I have taught the Aryabhatta inter-school mathematics competition. Thank you.
Those were our 16 contestants, winners all, who will now play round 1 with us. From this point on, we start thinning the numbers from 16 to 6 to 3 to 2 to 1 till one of them emerges victorious as the winner of this North Zone preliminary. We'll begin the search with round 1 right after a very short break. Do stay with us till then.
When we come back, the battle begins with round 1. Don't go away.
Welcome back to the search for the smartest kid in India on Britannia, India's Child Genius. It's the last cycle for zonal preliminaries. It's a North Zone preliminary, and you've just met our 16 contestants. It's a multiple choice question and answer round. Contestants are asked 10 questions for which they get 10 seconds each to answer them in. At the end of 10 questions, the top 6 contestants who've answered the highest number of questions in the least possible time move on to round 2. That sums up the round. Let's play round 1. Best of luck, contestants. You know how we play this round. Here's the first question in this round. In cricket, if the New Zealand team is nicknamed the Kiwis, members of which team are nicknamed the Proteas? A. England. B. Bangladesh. C. South Africa. D. West Indies. We have people coming in with their choices very fast there. 10 of you get it right. The correct answer is C, South Africa. They're nicknamed Proteas because it's the name of an evergreen shrub with very lovely flowers. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. Which equatorial region of light winds and ocean currents gives its name to an English word referring to a period of stagnation or little progress? A. Depression. B. Anticyclone. C. Doldrums. D. Great circles. Time. 7 of you got this right. The correct answer is C. Doldrums. Let's move on to question 3. Which of these posts have Lal Krishna Advani, P.V. Narasimha Rao and Sardar Patel all held? A. Deputy Prime Minister. B. Home Minister. C. Congress President. Or D. Foreign Minister. There was a slippery one there. Only 7 of you got it right. It's B, Home Minister. P.V. Narasimha Rao was never the Deputy Prime Minister of this country. Many of you might have gone for that one. The other two were. Here's the fourth question. In the Mahabharata, Shikhandi is the reincarnation of which character? A. Madri, B. Amba, C. Ambika, or D. Ambalika? Time. Once again, it's 7 out of 9 who get it right. The correct answer is B. Amba. Let's move on to the fifth question. In which country did the Khmer Rouge, the communist movement headed by Pol Pot, operate? A. Cambodia, B. Vietnam, C. Thailand, D. Philippines. Time. Les got it right this time. It's 6. The correct answer is A. Cambodia. Question number 6. The cranium is the medical term for which part of the body? A. Skull, B. Breastbone, C. Kneecap, or D. Collarbone? Time. 9 of you get it right this time. The correct answer is A. Skull. Here's the next question. Which Rajput ruler was behind the building of this landmark? A. Sawai Man Singh, B. Sawai Jai Singh II, C. Sawai Madho Singh, D. Sawai Bhavani Singh. Time. 10 of you got it right. The correct answer is B. Sawai Jai Singh II. That was the largest sundial in the world. He built all the Jantar Mantars. Also, he was the one who founded the city of Jaipur. Question number 8. Which of these kinds of rays cause sunburn? A. Visible, B. Ultraviolet, C. Infrared, or D. X-rays? Time. 12 of you got it right. The correct answer is B. Ultraviolet rays. Question number 9. What nickname did Richard I of England, who fought in the Third Crusade, gain for his military skills? A. Richard the Great, B. Richard the Lion-Hearted, C. Richard the Conqueror, D. Richard the Invincible? Seven of you got it right. The correct answer is B. Richard the Lion-Hearted. Question number 10. The name of which gemstone is present in the phrase sometimes used to refer to Ireland? A. Emerald, B. Ruby, C. Topaz, D. Sapphire. Time. 11 of you got it right. The correct answer is A. Emerald, because of the vividly green Irish countryside. That's why it's called the Emerald Isle. Those were your 10 questions, contestants. The computer already knows which ones, who got right and in how much time. It's time to press a key and come up with a list of the 6 who did best in this round. So, here are the names. From Dayavati Modi Academy 1, Merit Arpit Gupta. From Delhi Public School, Arkepuram, New Delhi, Prachi Pandey. From Delhi Public School, Arkepuram, Delhi, Vishesh Jain. From Summerfield School, Delhi, Akshit Goyal. From Sainik School, Sujanpur, Rishabh Sehgal. And finally, from Somerville School, Noida, Tushar Krishnan. That's it. These are our top 6. The computer gave us a clear verdict. These are the ones who will now fight it out in round 2. But before that, we have to say goodbye to our other 10 contestants. They leave with a gift check of 2,500 rupees each. Now, to get back to our 6 contestants who have qualified, which of them will survive through the next round? We'll find out as we part the curtains on round 2 right after a very short break. Till then, stay with us.
Stay glued to your television sets as our search for India's smartest kid returns with round 2.
Welcome back. It's the 5th and final Note Zone preliminary on Britannia, India's child genius, the search for India's smartest kid. We began with 16, now we found the best 6 to play round 2. In this round, we pair up the contestants and they go head to head on the buzzer. At the end of it, only 3 will be left standing and they'll go on to determine the top 3 positions in this preliminary. Here's how we play round 2. Let's play. Here's how we play round 2. Questions are asked on the buzzer. The first player to get 3 points wins through to the next stage. When a question is asked and somebody goes for the buzzer, that person is given first crack at the answer. If the answer is right, a point is won. If it's wrong, a point is gifted to the competitor, except on the deciding point. That has to be answered and can't be won by default. That's all there is to it. Let's call on our first pair. We have a player here from Merit and another from Noida. From Merit's Dayavati Modi Academy 1, we have Arpit Gupta. He stood first in a maths Olympiad. He wants to become another Narayan Murthy of Infosys. Tell us why.
He is a fantastic person. He has done many jobs and moreover he is an ethical businessman.
Who's accompanied you to the studio, Arpit?
My father and my brother have come.
So that's the family there, that's the Gupta family. Waving out to you, wishing you best of luck. Arpit, do well. And then we have Tushar Krishnan. He's from Somerville School, Noida. He enjoys quizzing, wants to become a quiz master. My job's up for grabs anytime, Tushar. You want to go back to the time of the third battle of Panipat particularly. Why?
Why? Because the third battle of Panipat was the most significant battle of all the 3. Because after that there was no Indian dynasty which could rule over India. So hence I didn't want
any foreign dynasty to rule over India. That's why I wanted to go back.
Go back in time. Well, quite an idea there, Tushar. And who's come along with you to the studio?
My parents, my grandparents and my little sister.
Oh, so a large contingent of Krishnans here. Welcome. Nice to have you with us. Tushar, Arpit, best of luck. The first one to get 3 points wins through to the next stage. Here's the first buzzer question. 1% of 10,000 is what number? Arpit.
10.
That is incorrect. It's 100. 10,000 I asked. Arpit, you gift a point to Tushar. Tushar, you have to be grateful to Arpit for gifting you that point.
Thank you.
Tushar's on 1, Arpit's on none, but it's early days yet. Here's the second question. In a lunar eclipse, which heavenly body comes between two others to cause the eclipse? Tushar went first.
The Earth.
It is the Earth. Well done, Tushar. Get another point. Tushar's on 2 now. Arpit, you're on none. If Tushar gets 1 more point, he's home safe and dry, but you can get in on the buzzer. Here's the next buzzer question. Of which country is KLM the national airline? Tushar.
Netherlands.
That is correct, and he wins the round. 3-0. Well done, Tushar. It started nervously for you, but then Tushar picked up the next 2 points very decisively, and he's gone through to the next stage. Arpit, this is where we have to take leave of you, I'm afraid. But you go home with a special prize of 5,000 rupees. Thank you. Thank you both very much. After that 3-love win by Tushar on the first buzzer encounter, let's call on our next pair. Right here we have a student from Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram. It's Prachi Pandey. She's won a Ramanujan maths competition at the state level. She's been inspired by Medha Patkar. How come? Tell us.
I had read a book about Medha Patkar. It told the story of her childhood, and I was inspired by the good things she wanted to do.
What do you want to do going ahead? Have you thought about it?
I want to be an environmentalist.
Okay. Best of luck in your efforts, Prachi. Who's come along with you to the studio?
My father and his friend.
Okay. So that's the Pandey camp over there, rooting for you. Best of luck, Prachi. And along with you, Prachi, in this round, we have Rishabh Sehgal. He's from Sainik School, Sujanpur in Himachal Pradesh. He's won a gold medal at a state level karate competition. Terrific. And you did a project on bioengineering once, and you devised a sort of elevator which the Chief Minister of Himachal commended you for. What was this all about?
Just like nowadays we have electronic lift, but I have made mechanical lift by counterbalance. It has 6 pulleys and 1 lift and a counterbalance.
Rishabh, who's come along with you to the studio?
My parents and my little sister.
All the way from Himachal. Welcome. And they're wishing you well, Rishabh. There's an electronic buzzer in front of you, not just mechanical. You gotta get that in if you know the answers. Fingers by the buzzer, Prachi, Rishabh. Here's the first buzzer question. The first one to get 3 wins the round. What is the smallest 3-digit multiple of 9? Prachi.
108.
That is absolutely right. Well done, Prachi. Get the point. Prachi is up by 1. Rishabh, you have none. Here's the next buzzer question. Which book by Vikram Seth about an Indian mother's quest for an appropriate match for her daughter won the Commonwealth Writers' Prize in 1994? Rishabh.
A Suitable Boy.
That is correct. You get a point. Well done. Rishabh, you have 1. Prachi, you have 1. You're level. Here's the next question on the buzzer. In the Ramayana, who killed Shravan, mistaking him for a deer? Prachi.
Dashrath.
Dashrath is the correct answer. Prachi now has 2. Rishabh, you have 1. If Prachi gets 1 more, she wins the round. Rishabh, try and get in there with the buzzer. And Prachi, you try and get home. Which fungus is used as a leavening agent while baking bread? Prachi.
Yeast.
Yeast is correct, and you win the round, Prachi. Congratulations. Prachi went in on the buzzer just that fraction of a second earlier than you, and she seemed to have more answers than you in this round. And so she wins through. Bad luck, but thank you for joining us in the contest. You go home with a special prize of 5,000 rupees, and thank you. Thank you both. Out of the two players, we've already found two qualifiers for the next round from this buzzer round. And now it's time to call on our third pair. Here they are. Right here we have another student from Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram. His name is Vishesh, special, which he believes makes him absolutely unique, probably does. And you want to be a software developer. What kind of software do you want to work on?
A hacker.
You want to do hacking, inspired by anybody there?
Ankit Fadia.
Who's written a book on ethical hacking?
Exactly.
How to use hacking to bust negative developments. And he was from your school, is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, Vishesh, who's come along with you to the studio?
My father.
Your father is here. Well, welcome to him. Vishesh, best of luck. And then we have Akshit, who is from Summerfield School, Delhi. He wants to get into space research. What fascinates you about space?
The sky fascinates me, but mostly the sun.
The sun fascinates you. You mentioned in your introduction that you want to reach the sun.
Yeah.
How are you going to get close to that hot thing there?
I'll do some research and I'll try my best. I'm not going to lose hope at all.
Here's hoping that you get somewhere near your aims. And who's come along with you to the studio?
My mother, my father, and my grandmother.
So that's the Goel family there. Wishing you luck, waving out to you, Akshit. Best of luck to you both. You know how this round works. The first one to get 3 points wins through the next stage. Here's the first buzzer question for the two of you. Which term, meaning the sun stands still, is used to describe the moment when the sun is furthest from the celestial equator? Vishesh.
Perihelion.
Perihelion is not the correct answer. You gift that point to Akshit. Akshit's thanking you, and it has to do with the sun, and he didn't go for the buzzer. The correct answer is solstice. So Vishesh, you have none. You gifted Akshit 1. Here's the next question on the buzzer, to be followed by a visual clue which will appear on the screen. Which two Roman numerals must fill the blanks if the value of the number is to equal 99? Akshit.
XC.
It's not XC. You gift a point now to Vishesh. It's CI, which comes in over there. Akshit, you're 1. Vishesh, you're 1. Here's the next question on the buzzer. Which was the first planet to be discovered with the use of a telescope? Akshit, you went for it first.
Jupiter.
It's not Jupiter, so you gift another point to Vishesh. The correct answer is Uranus, Akshit. Vishesh now on 2, Akshit, you're on 1. So, the next point could be the decider for Vishesh. Which animal is a scavenger, and one species of which makes an eerie call that sounds like a human laugh?
Kookaburra.
Kookaburra. It's not the kookaburra. Vishesh, it goes to you if you have the answer.
Hyena.
Hyena's correct, and he wins the round. Vishesh, you go through. You got an answer when it mattered, and now you qualify to go through the finals of this not-so preliminary. Akshit, I'm afraid you've had bad luck. We have to take leave of you at this point. You go home with a special prize of 5,000 rupees. Thank you. Thank you both. With those very varied performances in the 3 buzzer encounters in round 2 of this not-so preliminary, we've found the 3 who are going to play the last 2 rounds of this preliminary to determine the top 3 places and the top 3 prizes. We'll conduct round 3 with these 3 players after a very short break. Till then, stay with us.
Stay tuned as the search for India's child genius enters round 3.
Welcome back to this North Zone preliminary on Britannia, India's Child Genius. All the three contestants have come a long way. They survived from the 16 we started off with. All three of them have qualified for the North Zone finals. But now it's a fight for the top three positions and the top three prizes in the next two rounds. This is how we play round three. We'll be asking questions according to categories. The questions don't pass. The first two players to get 3 points apiece qualify for the next stage and will fight it out for the top two places and prizes of this North Zone preliminary. We'll start with the first question to Tushar. The category is language. This is your question. Which word denotes a group of bacteria as well as a civilization or a way of life? Pass that one up. Correct answer is culture. Quite simple. That one passed you by. Prachi, this is your question. You get a point if you get it right. Which word meaning a signal to speak or act is also a term used in billiards? That is absolutely right. You get a point, Prachi. Vishesh. Prachi has won. Tushar has none. This is your chance to try and catch up with Prachi early on. This is your question on language. Which term originating from a Persian phrase related to chess is used to mean to thwart or counter something completely?
Checkmate.
Checkmate is the correct answer. You two get a point. And so the two schoolmates from Delhi Public School RK Puram are in with a point each. Tushar, you have none. This is your question on a new category. It's Indian history. In the 3rd century before Christ, which great emperor fasted to death in sorrow for his famine-stricken people?
Ashoka.
That is incorrect. It was Chandragupta Maurya who fasted to death at Shravanbelagola after adopting Jainism. Prachi, you get the next question on Indian history. In which town near present-day Patna did Gautam Buddha attain enlightenment sitting under a bo tree? Don't have the answer? The correct answer is Bodh Gaya. So you miss out on that one, Prachi. We move across to Vishesh. This is his question in Indian history. In which state would you find the famous battlefield of Plassey, where a historic war between English troops and an Indian Nawab took place?
West Bengal.
Easily won. A point to you, Vishesh. Vishesh, you now have 2. Prachi has 1. Tushar, you have none. Here's a new category. Tushar, we'll start with you once again. It's rivers of India. You're going to see a map, an illustration. The point where the river originates and joins the sea are shown. Identify the river.
Narmada.
That is correct. You get a point. So Tushar, now you have 1. Prachi, you too have 1. And this is your question on rivers of India. You have a map showing where a river originates and where it joins the sea. Identify the river.
Krishna.
It's not the Krishna, it's the Kaveri. So Prachi, that one passes you by. You're on 1, Tushar is on 1, Vishesh, you're on 2. If you get this right, you're through to the finals. This is your question. Once again, we're going to show you a point where a river originates and the one where it joins the sea. Identify the river.
Godavari.
It's not the Godavari, it's the Mahanadi. Vishesh, you're on 2, Prachi, you're on 1, Tushar, you're on 1. It's a set of questions we have for all three of you on reasoning, starting with you, Tushar. We'll ask you the question. It'll be accompanied by a diagram appearing on the screen. Here's your question. In the diagram that follows, the square stands for school children, the triangle for students of class 7, and the circle for athletes. Now my question to you is, what number corresponds to the area that represents school children who are athletes but are not in class 7? 4 is correct, Tushar. You get another point. Tushar, you're now on 2. Prachi, this is your question on reasoning and your chance to catch up with Tushar and Vishesh. Here's the question. In the diagram that follows, the triangle stands for women, rectangle for physicists, the circle for teachers. What number corresponds to the area that represents women physicists who are also teachers? 7 is absolutely right. Tushar, you're on 2. Prachi is on 2. Vishesh, you're on 2. And this is your chance to get a point to make sure you go through to the finals of this North Zone Preliminary. In the diagram that follows, the square stands for cricketers, the circle for bowlers, and a triangle for graduates. What number corresponds to the area that represents cricketers who are neither bowlers nor graduates? 2 is correct, and you win through. Vishesh, you're through to the finals of this North Zone Preliminary, and now the race is on between Prachi and Tushar. It's another category of questions. If on a given category both of you get the answer right, then we have to keep trying till one of you has the advantage. But let's see what happens on the next category. It's chemistry. We'll start with you, Tushar. Which gas, commonly known as marsh gas, is used in industries and chemical laboratories?
Methane.
That is correct. You get a point. You have 3. But it's not all over yet for Prachi, because she has a chance now to level with you, Tushar. Prachi, this is your question on chemistry. With which metal do most other metals combine to form amalgams? Pass that one up. The correct answer is mercury. So you stay on 2, Prachi, and Tushar wins through to the next round. Prachi, thank you for joining us on this contest. You come 3rd in this North Zone Preliminary. That means you take home a special prize of 7,500 rupees. And you have the satisfaction of knowing that you'll begin afresh on the North Zone Finals. So, thank you. Thank you all very much. So, along with Tushar and Vishesh, we'll play the final round of this 5th and final North Zone Preliminary on our contest. We'll conduct that round after a very short break. Till then, stay with us.
Wait and watch who wins the final round as our search for the smartest kid in India continues.
Welcome back to this 5th and final North Zone Preliminary on Britannia, India's child genius, the search for the smartest kid in India. The top spot in this North Zone Preliminary is up for grabs. We have one contender from Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram, another from Somerville School, Noida. Who's going to grab that top spot? That's what we'll find out as we play round 4. Vishesh, Tushar, you've both done very well to have gotten this far. But now, it's a fight for the top spot. The way we play this round is as follows. Questions will be asked in categories. Once a question is assigned to a contestant, if the answer is right, you'll get a point. But if it's wrong, the question will pass and the opponent can pick up a point. Whoever has the leading margin in a best of 10 situation wins the round. Vishesh, Tushar, best of luck to you both. We'll start with you, Vishesh. Here's your question on science. What is the name given to a pale-looking animal or plant that does not have the normal pigmentation of its species? Time. 10 seconds up for you, Vishesh. Tushar, the question passes to you.
No idea.
No idea. It's albino. Albinism occurs in all races of human beings and in plants and animals as well. So, Tushar, this is your question on science. What is the hard, solid mass formed by a mollusk and valued as a gemstone for its translucence and luster?
Diamond.
Diamond. That is incorrect. The question passes to Vishesh.
Pearl.
Pearl is correct and Vishesh wins the point. Vishesh has one, Tushar has none. We move on to the next category. It's monuments. This is your question, Vishesh. To which deity is this temple dedicated?
Vishnu.
Not Vishnu. The question passes to Tushar.
Surya.
It is a Surya to the sun god. At the temple of Konarak in Orissa, Tushar gets a point for that, so he levels with you, Vishesh. You're both in one apiece. And Tushar also gets the next question. To commemorate what event was this monument built? Yes, Tushar?
The end of plague.
The end of the plague in 1591, that's the Charminar in Hyderabad. Vishesh is fucking himself up, and so he should, because Tushar has a lead of 1 point. The category is reasoning. You have 30 seconds to try and figure it out. Vishesh, this is your question. A room contains only 3-legged stools and 4-legged tables, with the number of legs adding up to 11. How many tables are there in this room? 2 is the correct answer. Well done. You get a point. Vishesh, you're on 2. Tushar's also on 2. Tushar, this is your question in reasoning. If the last day of November this year is a Tuesday, what day would 1st November be?
Tuesday.
That is incorrect, Tushar. The question passes to Vishesh.
Sunday.
It's not Sunday either. It's the day in between. It's Monday. 30th November is a Tuesday, so 30 minus 28, that is 2nd November is also a Tuesday. 1st November would then be a Monday. We go into our 4th cycle of questions. The questions in this category on literature will be followed by a visual clue appearing on the screen. Vishesh, we'll start with you. This is your question. The title of which 1967 book by R.K. Narayan, author of Swami and Friends, can be written by rearranging these letters appearing on the screen.
The vendor of stew.
The vendor of stew. No, Vishesh. Tushar.
The vendor of stew.
Stew, cestew. None of you thought of the right one. Sweets. It's the vendor of sweets, Tushar. Now this is your question. Here it is. The pen name of which Indian poet, known for his lyrical and spiritual writing, can be written by rearranging all these letters?
Ghalib Mirza.
Mirza Ghalib, have to give it to you, Tushar. You get a point. The Tushar, you're on 3. You have the lead. Vishesh is on 2. It's the last cycle of questions. It's question number 9. Vishesh, it comes to you. Have to get it right. Difference is 1 to try and stay in the game. The category now is parliaments. Vishesh, this is your question on parliaments. Which country's parliament is called Storting?
Scotland,
Not Scotland. Tushar, do you have the answer? If you get it, you win the round.
USA,
The United States of America? No. That is incorrect. The correct answer is Norway. Tushar, this is the last question. The legislature of which country is called Knesset?
Belgium,
It's not Belgium. If Vishesh gets it, then we level. If he doesn't, Tushar, you win. Vishesh?
Germany,
It's not Germany, it's Israel, and Tushar is the winner. Congratulations, Tushar. Well done. Just 1 point there. I request the families to join me on the stage, please. Do join us. We have a winner here in Tushar. He wins the 5th and final North Zone preliminary on our contest. He goes home with a prize of 15,000 rupees. Vishesh here is a runner-up. He gets a prize of 10,000 rupees. And both, of course, along with Prachi, make it through to the North Zone finals, which we'll be conducting in about a month from now. But for the moment, next week it's another preliminary on our contest. Do join us for that. Till then, goodbye.